Okay, so you've got a bunch of photos, a bunch of stock photos that you want to upload to the agencies. Hopefully you'll have cleaned any dust spots from the sky, any nasties from the image, any litter, cracks, that kind of thing, anything that kind of detracts it away from being a great stock image. You've also got the colours right. You've hopefully, if you want to go royalty free, you've deleted any of the tags or logos from any clothing or shoes or tyres or boats, anything identifiable you've got rid of using Photoshop or Lightroom, and the photos are pretty much ready to go. And you'll have also, to save yourself a lot of time, hopefully put in the title, description and keywords embedded into the photo using either Photoshop or Lightroom or something similar. That way you basically save yourself a lot of time later on by keying in the same old keywords on every single agency. If they're embedded, all of the agencies now auto populate the keywords and descriptions and everything once you've uploaded. So all you need to do now is upload them. We're going to start with Shutterstock, but these are the images I'm going to be uploading. I've got a few kind of landscapey type shots. I've got one that needs a model release. I've got one here that is going to go editorial because I've got people in it. Sorry, and this one as well. There's people in that one as well. So that one's going to go editorial. It's far too much work for me to get a model release from everyone or erase all their faces. It's just not worth it. So you put this one as editorial. This one is going as is going as royalty free, but I've actually eliminated any distinguishing marks from the boat and everything. It just means someone can add their own logos and things on there, and hopefully it'll get accepted. So these are the 10 I'm going to be uploading. I'm not sure whether they're going to get accepted or rejected, but I've cleaned them as much as I can. So all we need to do now is actually to upload them to the agency. So you can see here on Shutterstock, we'll start with Shutterstock. All you do to get to this page is hover over the portfolio link there and go to upload, and you end up on this page. Now you can upload via FTP if you've got Coffee Cup or FileZilla or something. You can upload hundreds of photos at a time. It's pretty quick as long as you've got a good internet connection, or you can just select multiple files here by clicking on that and then finding the file and uploading those, or you can literally do what I'm going to do, is just drag them from another screen, bring all 10 photos over and drag and drop them. Now obviously our internet connection is not too bad, but what I'm going to do is wait for those to upload and then start the video again. Okay, so those have all uploaded now, so all we need to do is go down to the bottom and click the edit your content button there, and what this will do is take you through to all the photos. And you can see here the description and the keywords have all been and the title has all been uploaded. They've all been populated by the EXIF data that you put into the images when you were actually in Photoshop or Lightroom or anything. So basically I won't go into the keywords and how to do all this now, that comes in a later lesson, but all we need to do at this stage is basically select the categories. So you've got 2 categories you can select from. You can either use both, but if you can't think of a second category, only use the first one. So you look here and you say, okay, this is a description of a place, it's outdoors, it's got people. So you have to go through all of these and work out what you're actually going to use. So there's no buildings or landmarks, it's normally a parks and outdoor or people. So I'd call that people for the first one, and then we're going to call, it could be travel, but there's not a travel one here. Sports recreation, we're going to call parks and outdoor. It's not an illustration or clip art. Watermark, I don't want it in the center because I don't want it to be over those people there, so I'm actually going to put it, let's have a look, down by 75 pixels, so it'll be somewhere around here, just below that ledge. Nudity, no. Editorial, yes, because there are people in the shot. So that's the first one, pretty much done, quite easy. You can see there with the description I've actually used 116 of 200 allowed words, so I can actually add more if I want to, and the same with the keywords. Sometimes with the keywords less is more. If you've run out of ideas, you don't want to be adding more just the keyword stuff, so less is more, and I learned that from iStock. Sometimes they only like 6 or 8 keywords, just the main ones, but again we'll go into that a bit later on. And again here we're going to go into category, so there's a person in this one, so we've got category, we're going to call this our first one people. Second category, not really sure what to call this, not a celebrity, it's nothing medical, or it's parks and outdoor. We could always use outdoor again, I suppose. Let's do that again. Not a clip art. Watermark, I'm going to put, I'm okay with it being in the center because it'll go right across this dark t-shirt. Editorial, no. I've got a model release, so I just click add, and then I basically go through my saved releases, and I've got Dylan Stubbs there. That's my son, pre-populated, pre-uploaded. All you need to do, if you haven't got any uploaded, just get them signed. Again, we're going to cover those a bit later on. Upload new and upload the release, then it'll appear here, and then you can just apply that release to it. And you can see there we've now got that model release applied. The next one here, it's going to be an object, or it's going to be a building. So it's architecture, building, landmark. There we go. It's a lighthouse in Portland, so it's a landmark. Second category, transportation, vintage. It could be vintage, but it's not that old. It's an object, possibly. Industrial, healthcare, no. Education, celebrities, but blah, blah, blah. Can't really think of another one to put there because it's just... You could use parks outdoor, I suppose. Let's do that. If you really can't think of a second category, then obviously leave it blank. There's a watermark I'm going to put down as far as possible. It's not illustration or clip art. It's not nudity or R-rated, and it's not editorial, so that's fine for that one. Then we've got a category here. We've got basically architecture, buildings and landmarks again, because it's an old landmark. Now this one could be seen as vintage because it's so old. It's religion. Now I'm going to go with castle with religion because it's castle. It's a religious era, that kind of thing. I suppose it could go there if I can't think of anything else. Or is castle religious? I'm not sure if it is. I might just choose my favourite of parks and outdoor. And all these stay the same. Happy with that. In fact, I'll put the watermark down a little bit so it'll go hopefully over the houses there. All the rest can stay the same. This one's a bridge, so again it's going to be buildings and landmarks. Again, I'm going to put parks and outdoor because it's not really anything else. Could be industrial, I suppose, but it's not really that way inclined. I'm going to go with parks outdoor again, and then all the rest can stay the same. All pretty simple stuff. Now this one's to do with the weather, so I'm going to look at something else down here. Science, religion, parks outdoor, nature. There we go. Let's have nature first. And then we're going to have parks and outdoor because there is actually a children's play park there. And all the rest can stay the same. There is a name on there, the local restaurant, so I'm not sure if it needs to go editorial or not. I'm going to try and upload it as non-editorial and see what happens. But if it gets rejected, I can always add the editorial thing there and hopefully get it through. Another one of this, so we've got a landmark again. It's the same image as before, buildings and landmark. Don't always upload the same photos, don't do 10 photos of a lighthouse. 2 is probably the maximum I'd do. And then we're going to go parks outdoor again, and all the rest can stay the same. Another building, so it's building landmark and parks outdoor. In fact, I'm a business finance. I might go for business because it's an office building, so we'll leave that as that. All the rest can stay the same. This won't go as editorial because I've cleared all the names away, so we're going to have something here, transportation, because it's a boat. And then we're going to have, what else we got here? Nature, industrial, holidays, food and drink, the fishing trawler, I suppose. I might try that one. Yeah, let's try food and drink because it's a fishing trawler. And I've mentioned fishing trawler there and fishing in there, so that's cool. Doesn't need to be editorial, that's good. And then this one will go editorial because there's lots of people in it. Category will be parks and outdoor and possibly people. All buildings, landmarks. I'm going to go with people. People's a popular subject and topic, so I'm going to go with that one. In fact, I might change parks and outdoor to sports recreation because people are chilling out, having a beer, sitting outside, so let's keep it at that one. In fact, let's put the first one as people and change this one to sports and recreation. And we've got editorial, so that's absolutely fine. So all we need to do now is select all of these and select all up here. Hopefully, come on, select all. So they've all been selected now, and then all we need to do is actually submit for review. So we click on that, and you can leave a note for the review if you want. If you've got you're going to upload a model release, or there's something about the photos you want to come across, like the focus point was here or there because of the bokeh you wanted, then you can obviously write it there. But I'm going to leave these now and just submit them for review, and hopefully I can get them accepted or rejected in the next few days, and I can give my results once I've done all the different agencies. While that's going through, I can't get to the page. Oh, here we are. Here we go. Submitted content. 3 of your images have been submitted successfully. 7 contain errors. So this is one of the things I like about Shutterstock. Rather than it going through and getting rejected, they will actually tell you when there's been errors. So if we click continue, we got here the word Weymouth in the description field may be misspelled, so it'll suggest alternatives of Vermouth. Obviously they've never heard of Weymouth, so it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I know Weymouth is absolutely fine, it's a place name. Corfe, obviously the guys in America don't understand that, and the word Wareham. So you know, they're absolutely fine. You don't have to change these, they're just pointing out that these are words they've not heard of. Again, we've got Weymouth. Restaurant I've spelt wrong, that's good. Restaurant here, so I need to put a U in there, so that could possibly get it rejected. And also Weymouth I've spelt wrong, so now I've got to remember that I've got these wrong in the actual images themselves, in the actual EXIF data embedded. So if I upload all of these to all the websites, all the agencies, the spelling's going to be wrong on all of them. So I'm going to make a note of these and go back and change them in the actual photos. So the word gherkin is actually a word, so I'm going to leave that. Weymouth we've done. Flooded, we're redundant and removed. Children's may be misspelled, so let's just put that and leave it as kids. Weymouth, that's fine. 2012, I've done that because it was where the Olympics were, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Colourful is spelt in the English way, so that's fine. Weymouth again is fine, and Weymouth is fine. Tintagel, obviously they're not heard of, so I'll leave that in there, that's fine. That's all of those are Tintagel, that's okay. Weymouth again, and keyword hard but maybe misspelled because it's the English way of spelling it. So I'm going to leave all those as they are, and I'm going to select all again and then submit for review and submit for review. I could put in there things like Weymouth is an English word, blah blah blah. Hopefully they'll realise when they come to checking them out. So there we go, all been accepted at this point, and so we click continue. Now one thing I can point out quickly before we finish this video is if you go into portfolio, upload, you can actually go into here with keyword suggestions. There's lots of things here to help you with your actual upload. So if we go back to upload again, you can actually go through to one of their pages that will actually help you with the whole process. If we go to now read our guidelines, you can see here they give you submission guidelines. I'd recommend you read those. It will tell you all the do's, all the don'ts, all the images they want, the footage they want, how you should submit them, the categories and descriptions. It goes through all of those, so it's well worth going there. And also you could receive warnings which could really sort of hurt your business, so make sure you read through all of that. But that's the easy way and quick way to upload to Shutterstock. I love their whole system, it works really well, very quick and easy, only if you put the keywords, description and title in the EXIF data in the images. So that's that one. We're going to go on to one of the other agencies next, so we'll see you in the next video. Just as a quick addendum, I've just realised something and remembered something. If you're ever unsure of what's happening with your photos, you can hover over the portfolio button up here and go to approval status of images or videos. This will tell you the status of your batches you've uploaded, and you can see here I've got the first batch that was accepted straight away, and then the second one after we corrected everything, that one's gone through as well. So that will then tell you what batches you've got waiting approval. And then you can go through to your approved photos and see what's in there, so you can actually see all the batches you've previously submitted. You can see I haven't submitted anything since 2012, so it's quite a long time ago now, but I'm still earning money from them. So I do actually have about 5,000 or 6,000 photos to upload, so I've still got a long way to go. But you can see I've got hundreds and thousands of images. I've got about 1,800 photos uploaded there at the moment, but I've got so many more to upload. And then one of the good parts of Shutterstock is here. If we go to rejected photos, this will show you what's been rejected, and if you click on the batch, and you're always told why they were actually rejected, so you can always go through those and learn from your mistakes, as it were. So yeah, like I said, if you ever need to know what's going on with your images, just go through to approved status of images, and hopefully in a few hours or a couple of days these will all get accepted. But I'll let you know which ones do and which ones don't from each agency. Thanks again, we'll see you on the next video.